So we actually have a lot of things to break down in this video, and all of it has to do with circling around the Fallout 3 remaster. We've got a pretty fake pre-marketing image of Fallout 3, what seems to be the end screen of an announcement. This photo that I'm showing you right now actually went pretty viral on Twitter. We had a lot of big creators tweeting about it. There were also some Amazon leaks a while back that were slightly debunked, but because this new tweet kind of emerged some more rumors, I thought we'd get the train going simply because we have E3 upon us. And what else do we really have coming from Bethesda? There's only a couple of things that I can think that they're actually going to show us at E3. We're probably going to get more updates about Fallout 76, where they plan to take the game in the future. We also have a roadmap for Rage 2, and we'll probably get trailers of what's to come for that game in the future. There's a free DLC if you bought the deluxe edition, and then there's a second DLC planned after that as well. And as amazing as I think Rage 2 was of a game, super fun to play through, just not a lot of people care about it, so it's not really something that we can hype or get behind of too much. It's also very doubtful that we'll get another Elder Scrolls 6 announcement trailer. We might get to see more about Starfield, and that's what I'm really excited about. I think definitely the most interesting thing to come of this year's Bethesda E3 is to see what the new updates to the game engine does to a game, and seeing the new IP Starfield in progress and what they've done with it, and just more context about the game, because we really don't know anything about it other than it's going to be a sci-fi space game. And with Bethesda recently this past year purchasing yet another game studio, and us, the community, finding out that not even the main headquarters of Bethesda actually made or had the main involvement with Fallout 76, it was just another studio that they had purchased, not the main huge one that we see producing these amazing AAA games like Skyrim and Fallout. And the most recent purchase, at least that I know of, was Bethesda Game Studios Dallas. These are the guys that originally made Rage, not Rage 2, but the original Rage. Now I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here, but since the purchase of these past game studios, we know that Fallout 76 wasn't made by the main headquarters at Bethesda. It was made by another headquarters at Bethesda. So what are they using this studio for? My speculation is remasters, and I'll play a clip right here. This is Todd Howard explaining that he's not a big fan of remasters.
Have you considered going back and remastering all the games? I know there's a lot of Morrowind fans out there who will absolutely kill me if I don't say something about it.
We're actually more interested in working with platforms to have, Morrowind runs backwards compatible now. Yeah. So that's whereas I like remasters, I like the charm of the way it was.
Back then.
Personally, like when you watch an old movie.
Yeah.
And so I'm much more interested in how can we work with Microsoft, Sony, or PCs to make sure that game works well. That if you want to play it the way it was, you can install it and play it and all of that, as opposed to it's that same game, but it looks really, really different. That's just my own personal preference.
Okay.
But with the purchase of another game studio, I don't see them doing another IP, especially since their name went down so hard after the release of Fallout 76, and then they completely went in the dark. I think their best course of income making right now would probably either to release either remasters or to announce either the release of the Elder Scrolls 6 or to announce of Starfield being released within like the next year or something like that. And we all know there's little to no chance of either Starfield or the Elder Scrolls 6 being announced or released within this next year. Not that that would be a bad thing though. That would obviously be the best news we could possibly get from this E3, but I'm saying there's probably not even the slimmest chance of that happening. But I keep asking myself this question: what is the main headquarters of Bethesda doing? Now, if we do get a remaster of Fallout 3, it's most likely going to be using the Fallout 4 engine. I just don't think that the game would have had enough time to bake if they were using the new improved engine and assets that they're involving with either the Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield. But there's one minor detail to take in account with Starfield and the Elder Scrolls Scrolls 6, they would have had the higher voice actors, had to put the music in place, and I don't think that takes nearly as much time as actually making the assets and putting them in the game, but there has to be some allotted amount of time, right? So those are just kind of my thoughts and speculation on whether we'll actually get a Fallout 3 remaster ever, or if we do, you know, what are the chances of us getting it announced at this year's E3? Now, real quick, let's just go ahead and break down this Fallout 3 leak image we got that I think is fake. And then there's one more Fallout 3 thing that we can discuss after this. Now, obviously, the image is extremely low quality. It was obviously taken on a phone in the dark. And, you know, it looks like it might be on a TV of some sort, but it's very distorted, as with most of these fake leaks are. But if I go ahead and I zoom in, we can see that clearly the image taken was the same exact image that they used in the original Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition. Now, below that, all that looks legit. Looks like what it would normally come with on a game like this. Available tonight, 7/21/19, would be the supposed release date. Now, I do think that would be a pretty good release date, and I think their best bet of selling a game like this would be to do it around this time, simply because that Fallout 76 kind of hurt their name a bit, so their best course of making money besides a new IP or a new game like Fallout 5 or The Elder Scrolls 6 would in fact to do a remaster, because they can always count on the Fallout fandom to buy their game. Obviously, with the quality that Fallout 76 was made, it doesn't need to be an outstanding title or anything like that. But again, back to the image, if we look at it, we can tell that it's the same exact image used in Fallout 3. It looks like the details were heightened a little bit. It doesn't look as gray. The background is the same. It looks like it actually has color to it. Now, a lot of people said that the logo in the front of the game was that of Fallout 4's, and it's very similar, but Fallout 4's was very rusty. It wasn't taken exactly from that. But then again, the number is obviously hidden. I don't think that if this was an actual promo that the number would be hidden. And now if we zoom in even further, we can tell that the Xbox One looks like it has some bleachiness, like the color was just taped over it for some reason. So from a distance, this looks pretty legit at first glance, but as you zoom in, you can tell some things are wrong. For instance, if we look at the side here, it says Fallout 3 on the side, yes, but it looks like that might not even be Fallout font. Now, the Xbox One, it looks like it might have that angle, but it's too fuzzy to actually make it out and whether we can confirm that that's Fallout font or not. So for me, the thing about this image that makes it the most believable isn't the fact that it's a image from the original Fallout 3 game, but it looks like the image has more color to it. In the original one, the tube did not have a yellow coating over it. The power cell for this laser rifle did not have it yellow as well, and the background was pretty gray. This one looks like it's more colored in and stuff like that, like it has more vibrancy to it, and I think that was kind of the intention here, to give the game more life and make it look like it has more life than the predecessor. So we can tell that this image most likely is extremely fake, or maybe it was faked on purpose. Maybe this is a ploy by Bethesda to start circulating some hype. I think the Walmart Canada thing may have been done on purpose, seeing as they marketed it and made fun of it with Rage 2. Now, with everything I'm saying, I'm a huge Fallout game, but the only game I've ever played is Fallout 4. Well, I guess I've played Fallout 76 too, but the only amazing experience I've had with a Fallout game was Fallout 4. Now, when you take the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, that's my all-time favorite game, and then of course you have Skyrim, which I absolutely loved as well. That's probably my second favorite game, with Fallout 4 being my third favorite game. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't try to be biased towards Bethesda, but I know in a lot of my videos I come off as biased towards Bethesda. And I myself am very hopeful to get a Fallout 3 remaster simply because I can't get into Fallout 3. It's too outdated for me. And I've also heard that the best Fallout game of all time was Fallout New Vegas. I've also heard a couple say Fallout 3 was the best Fallout game of all time. And coming from that timeline, I really do believe it, because the people writing the games back then were amazing. Just because, in my personal opinion, Oblivion was the best story of any game ever. You literally can't change my mind. Like, I go back to this very day and play it. I actually played it 3 months ago. I beat the entire game again for like the 20th time. So me personally, I really do want to have the experience that all these other people had playing Fallout 3. And I think a lot of other people of a younger generation that didn't get a chance to play the older Fallout games, including Fallout 3, also want a crack at the game as well. I think a lot of people, or the new fandom that's in the series now, would really love the chance to have it. So hopefully we get it sometime soon, if at all. So if you've watched to the end of this video, there's a couple other videos that you guys might want to check out. Skullsy, a YouTube creator that does a lot of leaks and speculation videos, actually did a video completely debunking this image. He has some very interesting takes on it. Now, also another YouTuber that I can't leave out is Mr. Matty Plays. He didn't do a video hyping up Fallout 3, but he did a video why we need a remaster. That was a very entertaining video for me to watch, and it kind of inspired me to make this video. And then also Juicehead, a while ago, I didn't cover any of this because I found it at the end of making this video, but there were a lot of Amazon leaks a little bit ago that, we can, get hyped about for sure. For example, in Juicehead's video, he explains that there was an Amazon listing for you to be able to pre-order the standard deluxe and ultimate edition of the Fallout 3 remake. Whereas it's fun to speculate, we're going to find out exactly what's up. E3 is upon us. I cannot wait. It kind of sucks that I'm not going to be around when E3 is happening. Don't worry, I'm not dying or anything. I'm in the National Guard and I'll be gone for 2 weeks during training. So I'm trying to schedule as many videos for you guys as possible. But if uploads are a little sporadic, it's because I'm doing a mandatory training where I have to blow stuff up for 2 weeks. But other than that, I gotta thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe for more awesome content, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!